focused on the acting. That's what I'm telling you. I think it was.
But getting to punch people's faces off.
Yeah,
wicked.
brother.
You get to pick them up and throw them up against stuff is also wicked.
You're in 20. What years?
You're in like. I have no clue.
What year's the RoboCop show? Fuck. What year is the RoboCop movie started?
Robin Hood. I didn't look at Robin Hood.
The 90s. The distant future of the 1990s. I love old fucking. It's Golden movies before. There's no film that sets it. Okay.
Okay, the comic book version of him
2016
is 2043 to 2044.
Oh. It said in the 90s the comic book was used 2016 as the year that he killed.
Yeah. That's what this says. The cover of
the original film now sets it in 2029.
That's the new film. The remake takes place in 2028.
Okay. I hate the new one. The new one's so bad. They had such a good actor, but it's not.
We watched it. It was okay, from what I remember. It wasn't like, holy shit, this is the coolest RoboCop I ever did see. It was more like, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah. The weird fucking hand?
It shouldn't have been a remake. It should have just been a whole new RoboCop.
Yeah, it should have. They should have just said, like, this is in the universe of RoboCop, and they're trying to remake him after several years after his death.
Which it had a lot cooler guns and stuff in it because it was taking place in a distant future.
Yeah.
And his pistol was a lot cooler. You ready, PC players only, fellas?
Well, it's because the original one, the guns were actually guns that were used by. That pistol is an actual pistol.
Like, there's PlayStation players in here too.
Well, yeah, it's crossplay. We can't just play with exclusively PC people.
Well, yeah, that makes sense because there's probably also console players playing in the PC pool.
Why shouldn't I play her?
I'm gonna play. I don't know. I'm gonna play Mav.
I'm sorry, but the organization that Rara belongs to is called the NZSAS. It's the New Zealand SAS, but I misread it as Nazis.
We're streaming in the.
What?
And of course, the first word you say, almost while playing Siege, is Nazis.
I can't help it. I can't help it that people nowadays are offended by a word. And nobody's really offended by a word. That's the one weird thing. It's like, why shouldn't I be able to say that? Reference to. And no one in their sane mind would say.
RoboCop 10 things that make no sense about the 1987 film. Why does the ED-209 test model have real ammunition installed?
Because it's a terrible dystopian future with no oversight.
Scanlines in RoboCop's viewer. The dumbest hiding place for a safe ever. Why doesn't RoboCop arrest the robber?
Well, guess what? It's a fucking gas station in Detroit. Where else are they going to hide it?
Yeah, but that also doesn't make much sense that he doesn't arrest the robber. He just throws him through the thing and then just leaves him there.
Yeah.
Dystopian future. He kills a lot of people that he could have arrested, too.
Dystopian future police. It's shoot first, ask questions, and arrest later.
Well, yeah, pretty much. He's just like,
that's my thing, is they're not taking into account the horrible universe that RoboCop is set in.
He's just like, I don't got time to arrest you. Bang, headshot.
The cops wear vests at desk jobs. What do you think? I'm sorry, if you wear a riot helmet to go in your normal patrol...
Yeah, they're always wearing riot helmets and stuff.
That's my thing, is like, it's supposed to be a dystopian future. Of course...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Of course they're gonna not have... Like, come on.
Whoever did that, nice shot. There's somebody to my right. Who walked, Hunter? Why would you walk in front of me shooting that guy? I shot you a couple of times. This ain't no harder than a regular siege game. I shot Hunter in the back about 12 times though because he walked out in front of me.
Yeah, that's
I mean, not much I can do. He just walked in front of me. Alright, let's see what the next one is. The unfortunate character limit.
What? What is that in reference to?
Oh, they misspelled murder in one of the
Well, that's just funny. And that happens every day.
Directive 4 doesn't work as intended. RoboCop Super Secretive Directive 4 doesn't kick in until later in the film when he fingers OCP Dick Jones as the culprit behind the murder of Bob Morton. When he arrives and OCP arrests him, the directive kick in, stopping RoboCop in his tracks. The painful subroutine that renders him incapacitated. However, Dick Jones' own explanation of Directive 4 doesn't quite add up with what happens on screen. It doesn't shut RoboCop down nor fully lock his motor circuits. RoboCop still manages to fight it while initiating his voice and audio recorder to snag a confession from Jones. Like everything he touched, Directive 4 was yet another blunder for Dick Jones.
Yeah, that does show that he was fighting against the program, that he had some more control than
Yeah, that was the whole part of that. I don't know why they act like that's a bad thing.
So they're saying everything about the film is a mistake because it's supposed to be that reality.
Well, he can't fully be controlled because they left his brain.
Yeah.
Murphy's brain's still there.
That's the whole point of the movie is if you took someone out of their body, would they be strong enough to regain themselves? And Murphy was.
Only because of his wife and children. If it wasn't for his wife and children, he never would have been able to.
You have to watch the 3 movies because it feels like you're watching
I'm totally
the whole picture. But no, it's the first one can be explained by dystopian.
Yeah.
Okay, so I killed 2.
Spot me all you want, baby.
I killed 2 of them while talking about RoboCop.
I got enough script on it.
But no, it's a dystopian future, so of course they're gonna have no fucking oversight to say, hey, maybe you shouldn't put 5 rounds on a robot that's in a building full of people.
Yeah, this is no different. This is actually easier than PlayStation lobbies.
Did all the PC players move over to PlayStation for easier combats?
My phone's ringing.
But yeah, it's supposed to show, oh, these guys don't know what they're doing because they let a fucking 12-foot tall robot with rocket launchers and machine guns fully loaded into an office building. And then for, you know, Murphy shoot first, act later. Well, we can see in the beginning of the film, that's how it's supposed to be. When you portray that to, you know, actually be a cop, you get killed.
Ready for reach. Reach.
Op 4 eliminated. Friendly mission successful.
Can't say it's a mistake when it's an actual intended